Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, before I get into the things that have been really tempting me and confusing me about my lineup and what I feel like I'm missing and sharing you some new things that I've seen, I just wanted to first say that this time of year is so exciting for, I think, all of us because of the lineups, and we're all excited to start using our new planners, but it's also a really tough time of year because of the same reasons. Like, I always start this time of year with this huge stack of, planners that I want to use. I'm trying to figure out ways to fit everything together. But at the end of the day, like, I really only focus on one planner, but I'm trying to use all the planners because there's just so many options. But you know what? We talk about planner piece and we talk about, it's great to have that one system nailed down and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, like, our life changes. Our seasons of life change. Sometimes you have a new job. Sometimes you need to go back to work. Sometimes you are staying home with kids, and it's okay if your system changes along with it, because whatever works for us, that's what we should do. Like, this hobby is the most productive hobby that I can think of, probably, besides maybe, like, I don't know, if you just love going to the gym or love eating healthy or whatever. I don't know. But it's such a productive hobby. Like, why limit ourselves, right? We're literally, like, making plans for ourselves, for our family, memory keeping. All of that stuff is so good. So, like, whatever keeps our creative juices flowing, we can just keep doing it, right? And then the other thing is, like, if you feel bad because you've purchased way too much over this period of time, there are so many buy-sell trade groups, and there's so many of us in the planner community. There's always somebody to sell something to. You can always de-stash things. So I guess just to try to say, don't feel as bad if you are feeling bad like I am. Okay, so now let's get right into what's been tempting me, a couple things that I've got that are just so cool that I really want to use and I just don't know how. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen my 2023 lineup video, go watch it after this. But essentially my main system was a digital planner, and then I was going to print it out and put it in my disbound planner so that I can kind of have the best of both worlds, like a printed version plus a digital version. And then I was going to use my Hobonichi weeks for work and another planner, 5-year planner for memory planning. That was like the crux of it, okay? And so since then, what I've kind of been missing or thinking about or whatever, there's a couple things. The first thing that I've been thinking about is kind of some sort of bound notebook. And I have been trying bound notebooks in the past, and I love functionality and versatility and be able to switch things in and out and not having to draw, layouts and all of that. But there's been so many bound planners that have come out this year. You guys know, like Sterling Inc.'s Common Planner, obviously the Hobonichis all came out, and then there's so many new planners. Like, everybody has a new planner of some sort, notebook coming out. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So I've been really thinking okay, I'm kind of missing a bound book, and I know I have the Hobonichi Weeks, but the Hobonichi Weeks is just a bit small, and it's never fully worked as a really functional anything, to be honest, besides pre-planning, because it's just so small. I cannot fit very much in these lines. Even though sometimes I don't have that much plans, I need the open space for my brain to breathe and to just think, or else I feel cramped. I can't use the space because I feel cramped. So while this is going to be good for pre-planning and stuff for work, I don't know how functional it is going to be for me to fully take notes and stuff in here. I did get a Mega, but I don't know, I'm just feeling a little cramped in here, to be honest. So I was thinking about maybe switching the Hobonichi Weeks back to pre-planning, which is what has worked for me in the past. And then I was like, okay, so how do I incorporate some sort of bound book into the system, right? And I was trying to think what I needed for work. And so it kind of got me thinking about maybe a Stalogy or some sort of A5 size. And then this is the coolest planner, and I actually saw this on a tech YouTuber's video randomly, okay? So I was watching a tech YouTuber and had nothing to do with planning, but I saw this and I was immediately like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So this is a traveler's notebook, an A5 size traveler's notebook. But in the back, they have an area for your iPad mini. So I was telling you guys how I'm using digital planning as kind of like my main planner. So I was taking my iPad mini to work because I don't want to bring my iPad Pro because I don't want to wreck it or whatever, and it's kind of big. But the iPad mini is the perfect size to lug to work and back from work. So look at this. So it has this magnetic thing in the back, and I have just my iPad Apple case. And so it's magnetic too. And so it just like stays in the back like this. Isn't that cool? Like it literally attaches to the back of your iPad. And if you don't have like a magnetic iPad case, you can also get one from them like this. So if you didn't have that, you could get this and put your iPad in here, and it just magnets to here. And you can put your iPad in here, obviously, and then it stays there. And this actually comes with this cool origami magnet thing that helps you stand your iPad every which way you want it to stand. Like, isn't that so cool? And so that's like a separate thing that you can get. Or if you already have some sort of magnetic case, you just have this. You put this on the back, and then you have the strings here to add some sort of cover, or not cover, like some sort of notebook, right? So it also came with this and a little pencil, a little, what you call, pen holder, which I don't really need. And this is a standard TN size, so I don't know why they added this. This probably doesn't really make sense. So I would take that out, and it comes with this, and it also includes this little paper stand for your iPad, which actually fully works. Like, it's so neat. Okay, and so you just tuck this into here. Okay, and then I would have my iPad here for work, and then of course, so here comes where I could add a notebook, and that's why I was like, oh, some sort of A5 notebook. But the problem is, like, this A5 Stalogy is too big, but I could get a half-year Stalogy and it would probably fit in here perfect. So let me get another thin notebook. So this is another notebook that I have, and this one is by Kokuyo. It came with like this other Kokuyo cover I had, but it's also A5, and it's obviously a lot thinner, but it has like the little rings. And I could add it like this, and you'll see, oh, this is actually a bit big too. I guess with the rings it's a bit big, but if I had the Stalogy, it wouldn't have this, and I could just make it a little bit smaller, or I could even trim it off. And I just thought that would be a really good combo, right? I mean, even this has overhang, I don't really mind. And then that would be like a really nice combo. Like, look how cool that is. Okay, so this would satisfy my need for like some sort of, you know, bound book that I could write notes and stuff on for work. And also I could just have my iPad in the back. Like, isn't that so cool? So when I saw this, that's why I kind of like was like, oh my God, this is like, would be a perfect addition to be able to bring my iPad as well as some sort of bound book and have it together. Right? Like, look how cool it is. And it comes with this really nice craft folder that you can obviously add other things to. It's just the one string. And then the iPad stand. Or the iPad holder. And that's what it would look like if you just had it as kind of like an iPad case. Like, isn't that nice? So I will link that down below if you guys are interested. So that's the first thing that I've been really thinking about, is the whole notebook trend. Like, clearly it's not going away, but my digital planning is not going away, so I think this will be a great way for me to incorporate both. Okay, so that was the first thing that is really troubling me, and so I'm thinking of using that to satisfy the itch. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to show you now, For those of you guys who've been, following me on transitioning to kind of digital planning, or maybe thought about doing digital planning yourself, one of the things that we all kind of struggle with digital planning is like you miss paper, or like you still like are a paper girl, or you want the feeling of paper, or whatever it is about paper that we can't get away from, right? But at the same time, for me, even though I love paper, I also now cannot get away from like the ease of having digital notes and having it anywhere with me and having it synced easily and being able to copy it anywhere. Like I just can't get away from that now. So when Newyes reached out, I think it's Newyes is how they pronounce it, about their notebook combo, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so I'm unwrapping it here for you, but I've already played with it. So I'm just doing it for you guys to show you. So it comes in this nice little box, and you get these things that I'm going to show you. And for you who have kids, oh my gosh, I want to show you a clip of my kids using this, okay? Let me show you in a minute. Okay, let me first explain what this is. So this is, I guess, a system you would call it, where they have this little camera on this pen. And so what it does, it basically transcribes your notes into almost like a digital form. Let me show you. Okay, so it comes with this pen that looks like this, and you open it and it has either a plastic tip or a ballpoint tip. So let me show you the two pieces first. Okay, so this is the notebook and this is the pad, and you get both of these things. And what it does is basically you can write your notes on, like this is obviously paper, right? It's basically an A5 planner, and it allows you to write notes here on the paper, and it will it will literally copy it into into its app. Let me show you. I can't even explain it well because it's so cool. So I have this app, hopefully you guys can see it. What it does, basically, see here's my notebook or my LCD pad, okay? And you can see that my daughter has already drawn a bunch of pictures, so I'm gonna show you that pad first and then I'll show you the notebook. But basically, whatever notes you write on the digital pad or on this notebook, it transcribes it into this app for you. So I drew on this pad right here, and it just imports it into this app. Let me just show you, okay? So it's so cool. And then I'll show you this, because you can also literally write on this paper, and it will import it into this notebook onto like the specific page that you wrote on. So now it's really combining the whole like the feeling of paper and writing on paper, but also having the digital form of it, because then I can take the page on here, and I can actually change like the writing and convert it into text even if I wanted to, okay? So I'm gonna show you. So let me do the notepad first. So if I put that here just so you guys can see. So what you do is you literally just open the pencil, and the pen has like, it's connected by Bluetooth to your phone, okay? And that's how it gets connected to your phone, of course. And it actually takes a picture through the camera here, I think. So watch this. If I put hello here, can you see? Like it's literally instant, right? And then you can actually do different colors. So if I hit red, you'll see that now it's red. I don't know if you can tell, but it's red. You can also do blue or green or black. Isn't that so cool? And then you just like hit clear to clear it. Or if you want to finish that note, say you're done with that note and you want to start a new note, you just hit this and then it creates the note for you, and now there's a note. Is that not like the coolest thing ever? And what I love about this is actually for my kids to take memories of their drawings. So I showed you here, and I'll show on the screen here a video of my daughter doing the drawings, but I'll show you here how like she's made so many drawings. She loves to write on like this little pad because it's so lightweight. This pen is easy to carry, and like I like to give this to her instead of my iPad where she like presses so hard on it. I feel like she's gonna break the iPad in like 10 seconds. But this is amazing to give to kids, and then now I can keep a memory of their little drawings because she's in that perfect age where she like loves to draw. And the other cool thing is you can actually add voice notes as well. So you see this one, it has like a little voice note here. So if I wanted to do a voice note, what you can do is you just go like this. So I started a new one, and let's say I put voice note. Then you just hit the record button down here. Hello, this is a voice note. And you'll see that it's recording here. And then I can just hit stop and it saved the recording. Now the only thing is the mic that it takes it from is obviously from your phone. So you have to have your phone connected in order for this to work. But if you don't have your like phone handy with you while you're writing the note, I'm pretty sure you can still write the note and then save it and it'll come into the app later on. Okay, isn't that so neat? Okay, I just think that's the coolest thing. So I'm gonna save that. And then let me show you how to use this notebook, okay? So it's the same concept, but then with the notebook, sorry. So say I open this up, okay? And put that here so you can see. So what you do is you just change out the tip. So I'm gonna change it to one of these ballpoint tips. So this one, right? The steel looking ones. And I'm just gonna take this pen out, or this little tip out, okay? And literally just pull it out. Then you add the pen tip, okay? So now we're gonna go into the notebook setting. Okay, let's see how it does this. So if I'm on this page, and let me just put, I don't want to ruin this page, so I'm scared. I'm going to put Mommy Plans, just the channel, so just put. Okay, so you guys saw in real time that it just created my notebook, and it wrote what I wrote, and it's page 1 of 160, which is the number of pages I have here, and I'm in page 1. And it's the exact same way where if you want to finish this page, you would just, oh sorry, if you want to voice record in this page, you would just click this and it would record whatever you're writing. So now I'm literally writing, but it's transcribing at the same time, and I can even make voice notes. If I wanted this note to be red, green, blue, black, I can do it the same way. I can make it a thicker or a thinner by, tapping here, and it would go here. Isn't this so cool? And it will totally combine like, having paper, but also having it digital all in one. So it like satisfies that missing component of like digital planning. So I don't know, I really like this. So this was again another option, or that I was thinking about, of using for writing notes for work, because then I can write it down like, on paper. And that way I'm also not being distracted at work by gadgets and stuff. And I just like have the paper book in front of me and I just write on it, but it's also transcribed here. And the other thing that you can do is go into here and you can recognize. So when you hit recognize, it actually transcribes what you're writing into text. Now you have to have pretty neat writing. So mine, for example, my H was looking a bit funky because I was trying to like write and video at the same time. But you can go in and edit easily, and then you now have it now you have it in text, and you can copy it and paste it into whatever you want to paste it into, right? So I really like that. So yeah, isn't that so cool? Oh my God, it's so cool. Okay, so that's the other thing I wanted to show you. And again, it does have the camera down here, so you just have to make sure when you're writing it's facing downwards. But otherwise, it's perfect. And you saw that it's like literally instantaneous. Oh my God, I'm just obsessed with this thing. It comes with this little hook. You just strap in your pen. And this is amazing. So with this one, you would have to like re-buy paper, of course, and you have to buy it from Newyes in order to like obviously have the technology work. But yeah, it also comes with this like leather binder that has like these little pockets at the front. They have it in red or blue. I picked the blue one, but they have a red one. And it's like a magnetic clip, and I love this. I think I'm going to be using this probably more maybe than the paper one. Just because, I don't know, this is also like really lightweight to carry. But for those of you who are really missing paper but want it digital, this is such a good option. And yeah, it's just, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys love this as much as I love it. But anyways, I'll link this down below. Okay, so that was the next thing. And then the last thing that was really tempting me on with my system that I was really missing, and if you guys have been following me on my Instagram, you guys will have seen me talking about this past few weeks, and that's missing my rings. So originally I was like really missing some sort of form of rings. You saw that I went over to discs for, you know, printing things out or whatever, and half letters just so easy for printing, cutting. But I really, really do miss discs a lot, or disc rings a lot. So I was thinking about incorporating some sort of like pocket rings, like something small that's easy for me to carry to work or whatever. Because while I do have all of my planning in digital form, and I do like it, like my weekly planning and all that stuff, sometimes on the day-to-day, you almost just like need it written out, like just sitting in front of you, something that's not a screen that like turns on and off. Sometimes you just need to want to like reference things really quickly, just like with you, that you don't want to have to like turn on your iPad, go search, for example, into Notion or search in your digital planner for it. That's how I'm justifying it, but yeah. So that's where I was really missing rings. So I've been toying around with like Pocket and with like Pocket XL, or possibly like going back to personal. Personal rings is like really drawing me in right now, but I just, like Pocket's so much easier to carry now that I'm going to work, and like I would want to take it to work with me. So that's my only conflict. I don't know which I would use. So that's the third item that I've been toying around with for my planner. So I haven't quite decided, but I will keep you guys updated once I figure it all out. Let me know down below if you guys are rethinking your systems, or if you guys have it nailed down, or how you guys overcame it, because I would love any kind of inputs. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, let me know. Let me know what else you guys want to see, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!